Assalamualaikum students. So I am back with one more exciting lecture from the chapter we were studying, and we were studying classification of thing, in which we define classification, we define set, and we define why classification is very important. And then we discuss about some materials, right? Now we are going to discuss about state of matters. You already have idea about matter, right? Matter is anything that can occupy space, that can have volume. It can be solid, liquid, or gas. It has three stages, as you can see, like gas, liquid, and solid. Okay, so we are going to name three state of matter that we already going to name: solid, liquid, and gas. Classify the matter according to physical state, and then we are going to differentiate between solid, liquid, and gases. So let's start with it. So also you can find out the state of matter, the topic, on your book, page number 68, 69, and 70. Let's go to the next slide. What's going on? Okay, so we have three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Let's discuss about the first state, which is solid. A solid is a substance that stays same in the shape, and it's not going to take the shape of the container. If we have this fiber cloths, the fiber cloths are going to be remain in the same shape whether I'm going to put them in a briefcase or going to put them in a bottle, right? Solid also have a property. You can see these are like particle of tiny particle of a solid, and you can see they are so closely packed, having little gaps in between them. Okay, so these are known as atoms or molecules in this solid. So these atoms and molecules are bound very closely together, and their intermolecular forces are very strong. Just don't bother about the intermolecular forces and all stuff, because we are going to discuss the intermolecular forces and stuff in laterly semester. So just keep in mind that solid have some element that are very closely bound, having very tiny spaces in between them. But what about liquid and gases? So in liquid, as you can see, there are many spaces. There are more spaces in between the atoms than solid. So liquid can take shape of the container they are going to put in. You can have a experiment at your home. Take an ice cube tray, and take a water bottle. Then you can take a cup, right? And you have to just freeze the ice in that. And when you are going to take out the ice, the shape of the ice will be as the container. So the bottle is going to be a bottle shape, the ice cube tray is going to be ice cube tray shape, and the cup is going to be a cup shape ice. So water liquid is a state that is going to take the shape of the container in which it falls, okay, in which it held. But what about gases? So gases are basically state of matter that are having very far away particles. So many spaces in between them. You can see more spaces than the liquid and very much more spaces than the solids. Yes. So basically, it's also going to take the shape of the container in which it's going to lie. For example, if it's a balloon, so gas is in the shape of balloon. Okay. Here is the table in which you can find out the difference between the solid, liquid, and gases. For example, shape. Solid have fixed shape, liquid do not have fixed shape, and gases obviously do not have fixed shape. Volume, solid have fixed volume, liquid have volume, because you can measure the volume of the liquid. We are studying in what is science, right? And gases do not have any volume. Similarly, their compressibility, intermolecular spaces. Intermolecular spaces means the spaces between the tiny particles. Okay, so in solid there are very less spaces, but in liquid there are more than solid, and in gases there are the maximum spaces. So this is the table. You can easily differentiate between solid, liquid, and gases. So it is very important. You have to learn this table by heart. Okay, next topic we are going to discuss is change of states. So we were talking about the states, three states: solid, liquid, and gas, right? And solid can be changed into liquid, liquid can be changed into gas. So this is the state change. So what is state change? When one substance just convert to another physical state. For example, solid just convert into liquid. So solid is one state and liquid is an other state, right? So ice melts and make water. So ice was solid but water is liquid, right? So it is a state change which is known as melting. Then water evaporates to form steam. So this is evaporation, and liquid change into gas. But there are also some other reverse processes. Steam changes into water, which is known as condensation. You and water can change into ice, which is solidification or freezing. Okay, and ice can directly convert into the steam, that is known as sublimation, and steam can directly convert into the solid, that is desublimation. We are gonna discuss these one by one. Okay, so basically the change in matter, state change involves these processes: melting, freezing, sublimation, condensation, and evaporation. We were already discussing about. Let's discuss one by one. Melting. The melting point of substance is temperature at which it changes into liquid. For example, melting of ice. The temperature at which solid is going to change and liquid is known as melting point. And this process is known as melting. Good. Second process is freezing. So, yep, when a liquid turns into a solid, when we lower the temperature, that is known as freezing point. For example, water freezes into cubes. Okay, boiling or evaporation, these are both commonly same thing. So basically a process in which liquid is going to change in gas, it is known as boiling. So you can see here, but there's a slight difference between boiling and evaporation. In boiling there are more particles, but in evaporation there are less particles and they are very slow. Okay, so we have to just increase the temperature and this particle is gonna come out of the water, and similarly this particle also gonna come out of water. Condensation, you must see the picture like this at your home. Condensation, you can see the phenomena of condensation very oftenly in your home. For example, when you are going to cook something for yourself and you just put a lid on it, and when you just take off the lid, there is some water vapor. You can find out some water vapor. You can have experiment at your home as well. Okay, so these water vapors are basically condensation. This process is basically condensation. These water vapors are condensed because you are heating something. For example, you are making the noodles and you just put a lid on it. You were heating the water and there was steam, and that steam is going to just uh, put on that lid and just convert it to the water. So this is condensation. Okay, sublimation. Sublimation, in which the solid is going to turn into solid, is directly turned into the gas. So it is dry. So you can see this is solid, and without getting into the liquid it directly turned into the gas. This is dry ice, and this phenomenon is very openly happen in the northern areas because there is so much ice and you can find out the ice gases like. Okay, so basically this is about the chapter we were talking about. We talked about some classification, we talked about set, we talked about different materials, we talked about different states of matter and change in states. So now it's your turn. Now let's do some creative work. Okay, you have to research on the topics and you have to enhance your critical thinking, and you have to learn some new innovative things. And what you are going to do, you are going to draw the flow charts. Okay, what kind of flow chart I'm going to show you? For example, this, you are going to draw a flow chart to just comprise all the material in one place. Okay, so we have metals, glass, ceramics, plastic, fiber, the 5 material. Okay, so you are going to make a very innovative flow chart, like one is given in your book. You can take help from your book, but try to make it more innovative and more creative. So you can see material which conduct heat, no. If it do not conduct heat, it is not brittle, it do not rot, it's high density, and it can mold. Yep, it's plastic. If it conduct, then what? Okay, so you are going to use some innovative way. You can make webs, you can make flowchart, you can make a flowchart like this as well. So use your creativity and make a come out with very innovative, interesting flowcharts, and you are not going to draw the flowchart on the lining sheet. You are going to take a white paper sheet, and going to draw the flowchart on that. It shouldn't be too colory. You can use colors, but use decent colors, and just don't make it a rainbow chart. Okay. Or secondly, you have to draw a state change flow chart or web diagram like this. Okay, it is one of the example. You can draw like this, or you can use your creativity. You can research out. You can have thousands of diagrams like this, and if you are going to search out, so search out with new innovative way, come out with new innovative way. Just think out very critically. How can you going to make it more presentable? Okay, your diagrams should be very neat and tidy, and should be drawn on the blank page, a white paper, and you can paste it at your sheets or notebook on which you are going to work. Okay. Yep. Lastly, you have your homework assignment for like number 3, 4, and 5. So you are going to do review question number 5, review question number 6, 7, and you are going to draw the flowchart of different type of material and to show the change in states. Okay? You can draw a diagram or web diagram or a very innovative diagram you can come up with. Good luck for your homework assignment. I hope you are already done with the work that was given to you in the lecture 1 and lecture 2, and you are going to done with this homework assignment before next week. And next week maybe we are going to start a new chapter, and also I'm going to upload this chapter in the resource file, and I'm going to upload some interesting videos links in the resource file, so you can have some more informative videos for this lecture. Okay, good luck, stay safe, Allah Hafiz.